Now, we've already touched upon some of the benefits of play, but let's take a closer look at how playing with dolls can benefit children. Tell me about the neuroimaging study that Barbie and Cardiff University partnered on.
Yeah, this is fascinating. It's been really interesting to read their finding from this. So Cardiff University have teamed up with Barbie dolls, and they were monitoring the brain activity. It was 33 children between the ages of 4 and 8, and they were playing with Barbie dolls. And the team were looking at the benefits and particularly focusing on empathy, which is the skill of children appreciating another person's feelings. So it's those sort of social skills, which is quite hard for us parents. You know, we want to see that in our children, but it's quite hard to teach, really. So it's been a really interesting piece of research. And they actually found that whilst monitoring the children and the brain development, there was actually a region of the brain that's associated with social processing, such as empathy, was active. And it was even active when the child was playing independently with one of the Barbie dolls, which is amazing because I think for us parents, we assume to be able to develop social skills that children need to be spending time with other children. But actually, playing with dolls independently, they were still benefiting and practicing all those vital skills, which is just amazing.
That's amazing, isn't it? And am I right in thinking that it's something that Jean Piaget, his theories on play, kind of talked about this years ago, but this is the first time that those theories have been scientifically evidenced, isn't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been talking about this since I'm sure it was about in 1930s, and he's had a fascination, particularly with that emotional development in children, and how children construct and mirror what they see in reality, how they mirror that in their play. So it's amazing that this research has been able to back up his theories that we've been learning about for many years. And one of the things that Piaget often talked about was the importance of children using objects, so everyday objects, in their play. So not just being taught a skill, but giving children, particularly young children, the opportunity to practice in their play. So that's like what we're talking about the play-based learning, where they get to practice with dolls and household items. All those things that they see us grown-ups doing, they can practice and have a go for themselves and master those skills, such as emotional development and empathy, which is brilliant.
And do you think that we were talking earlier on about, lockdown and the effect that had on the way that our children are playing? Do you think that lockdown perhaps caused children to have less empathy because they were around other kids less than usual?
I think so. Again, it obviously depends on family circumstances. But yeah, I think during lockdown, like I was talking about my eldest, they were spending a lot more time independently, spend a lot of time on their own, so not quite socialising. And a lot of classes and lessons were happening through Zoom calls, so it's not quite the same. But then at the same time, actually reading this research and hearing that by playing with the Barbie dolls, which my son loves to do and will often be found playing with figures and dolls, that actually he's still been benefiting and learning and practicing those social skills, which that's really surprised me, actually.